What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I have a really good one for you today. We are 1 hour away from my hometown of my warehouse, Burlington, North Carolina, in Raleigh, North Carolina, at Olympus Athletic Club. This gym is full of old school and new school pieces. I am friends with the owner. I'm excited to take you through and show you a really kick-ass gym in Raleigh. So follow me and stay tuned. Creighton, what up, bro?
Good.
Dude, I'm excited to be here.
Thanks for coming. Come
Yeah,
check it out.
what's up, guys? All right, everybody. This is my friend Creighton, owner of Olympus. And what I want everybody to realize right now, there's very few people that love equipment the way I love equipment. As you know, I'm very passionate about it. And this guy, I think, is just as good as me or has a passion for equipment. So, Creighton, introduce yourself.
I'm Creighton Davis. I'm the owner of Olympus Athletic Club in Raleigh and Jacksonville, and this is my gym.
So, Creighton, you have two right now.
Two.
Soon to be three.
Soon to be three.
And then what is your goal for future? Is there a goal?
This is actually uncharted territory for me.
Sure.
I was hoping just to have one down, and then we got to two. So as long as we can continue to provide a good service for everybody, I'll do as many of these as I can.
So how long has this been open now?
We will be open 5 years on October the 5th.
Let me ask you something. Has the gym been an easy road for you?
No, it has been the steepest learning curve I have ever had in my life, but it's been awesome. I mean, there's really no way to do this other than to dive in head
Absolutely.
first. But every lesson that I learned along the way has made it to where we can be like this, and it was worth every bit of it.
I've seen this guy come to my warehouse 100 times, pickup truck, little box trucks, all kinds of things. He's actually brought me equipment to trade back in multiple times. Do you think the key to most gyms is not just the gym, but having the right equipment?
Having the right equipment is critical. I mean, anybody can buy equipment, put some walls and paint up and call it a gym, but I feel when you have a passion for extremely good equipment, I think the members can tell that you care about this. It's
Absolutely.
not just a business. Sure, it's a business and you want to make money so you can keep the doors open, but this is really meant for them, for the betterment of them. And if we swap out equipment all the time to try to keep the best of what we can have in here for them, because otherwise they'll find somewhere else to go.
And one thing I want to say, and we'll begin the tour, is Creighton's big on new, used, 1970s Nautilus, whatever it may be. If it's a good piece, he likes it. And here's the big difference maker, in my opinion. He's willing to spend the money on the hot pieces at all costs. And what people don't realize, some of these pieces, and you can elaborate a little more, are very expensive.
Yes, you definitely have to pay to play if you want to have the right equipment. We were very fortunate to start out doing this from the beginning. The game has changed a lot, as you well know.
Sure.
Everybody wants the super rare, hard to find equipment, and it makes purchasing and locating and finding them and getting them and sourcing them here can be very expensive. So
Sure.
that's why you see me pull up in the box trucks and things like that, because I can't pay the money for shipping like that, but I can drive and go get it.
Absolutely.
So-
And he just touched on something good. He does the work, guys. And that's what I want. If he can save $1,000 on shipping, he's willing to go get it. And in business, you got to be able to do the things that most are not willing to do to become successful. And it's a grind. And right now, he hurt his hip 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
And he come to my warehouse yesterday. So that was totally unplanned. And my point is, he's still picking up equipment, he's still grinding, and he's in his gym. So, Creighton, take me for a tour.
All right, let's go. Starting at the front, we've got all different types of cardio, elliptical. We got our workhorse, treadmills, of course. Got to have your Stairmasters if you're going to be a serious gym.
Now, hang on. We're going to plug her real quick. There's a beautiful blonde on the treadmill. So
That
you
is,
need to toot her horn.
well, that's my wife right
Okay.
there. She's been here since day one helping us, supporting the gym. So she puts lots of miles on the Stairmaster herself.
There we go.
So,
There we go.
what
Craig,
we got-
do you think, let me ask you this, you have a significant amount of cardio, but not 100 pieces.
Correct.
Like a Planet Fitness. Do you think that it's imperative to have so much, or you think just enough for what fits your gym?
So I'm glad you brought that up. I originally had 15 more pieces of cardio in here. The rows went all the way back to that first row of equipment right there.
Yeah.
And as we kept, the business kept rolling, we kept getting more people, I started to notice like
Strength.
there are more people on the equipment than on the cardio equipment.
Sure.
Cardio equipment is one of the most expensive parts of opening a gym, and most people don't realize that.
And what breaks the most?
You always got to fix it. Something's always going wrong. So I was like, let's move these forward. I actually had my cousin come in and put in these power poles for us. Move forward. I started selling the cardio equipment and replacing it with workout equipment.
I think it was smart.
It's worked out really well for us. So I would say if you're opening a gym or trying to have your own gym, be very thorough on the cardio. Do not overdo it. Don't just buy a ton of whatever. Like if your gym is, unless it's just a cardio based gym, then absolutely. But otherwise, I would say as limited as possible.
I think what he just said touches on such a good subject as we begin the tour, because I see so many gyms invest so much money on cardio and they put so many new pieces and realize that half of them are not being used. So trust me on this, if you're a more hardcore gym with serious lifters, and I don't mean bodybuilders, just people serious about getting in shape, don't put so much cardio.
No, definitely not.
The good stuff.
Yes, the good stuff. All right, so right here at the beginning, we have a lot of our back stuff and shoulder stuff. Got the Nautilus pull down. Everybody wants that.
Very hard to find.
All the Strive that I could possibly get my hands on. Lat pull down, chest supported row. We do have a max pump lat pull down. The Flex one is extremely hard to find, and it's, in my opinion, very, very expensive. This was a great substitute for that, and
it's a great piece.
It gets worn out here.
It's a great piece. Yeah,
we have a lot of people that use that. Regular hand restraint can't be beat.
Still one of my favorites.
It's hard to beat. Got some old school Cybex with the heavy.
And
stack.
believe it or not, I love this piece because it is heavy.
It is heavy.
And the pulley system, guys, does not have so many pulleys, like a 3 or 4 to 1.
Correct.
So you're a man. When you're a man, if you do triceps on this one.
Yes, and when I see guys doing that, I'm just like,
yep.
Ooh, man,
yep.
All right, you're strong. So, but we have the Arsenal side lateral, but one of my favorite machines, this thing was very hard for us to get. It was one of the first rounds of the Panada multi-flight.
Yep, so guys, this is the Panada multi-flight. It does multiple things. People love this machine. This is hard to get, it's expensive.
Yes, yes.
But it's a great machine, I would agree. I have the Arsenal in my home gym and my gym, and if I had probably the choice, I'd have 2 or 3 standing laterals for the simple fact that they've become so popular.
Yes.
A lot of people love the Atlantis.
Yes, the Atlantis was very nice.
Yeah, so, but this definitely, I just want to point out, this type of machine sets you apart, and anybody that knows equipment knows that this is kind of somewhat rare, probably because it's gotten so expensive.
Well, when we got it, I reached out to a guy directly in Italy about it, and we bought this one, and we've got the Smith Preps over there as well. And I had very little history with the company in general, but I tried one piece out, and I knew that if I could get a couple, that it would make a difference. And nobody was talking about Panada. Like when we opened, nobody really had Rogers. We were the first non-collegiate gym in North Carolina to have the Rogers.
Sure.
So I was like, I'm trying to jump on this, but they built it in Italy, put it on a boat, and we didn't see anything on it for 30 days, and got it here on a crate. And I mean, it takes a lot of time, and this thing was a definite investment, but as much usage as it gets and as little upkeep as we've had to do on it, it's been great.
Well, Creighton, don't you think what sets you apart with lots of gyms around here is the equipment?
Yes, absolutely.
So we are not the biggest.
Nope, 10,000 square feet.
10,000 square foot. And what I want people to realize, he's maximized his space. He's got some recovery over here. It's important to not think that, so many people call me and they're like, Steven, I'm doing 25,000 square feet. And I'm like, do you realize how much equipment you need for that?
Oh yeah.
Let's do baby steps. And your gym's busy.
Yes.
And so this is a Saturday afternoon at 3:45, and there's a lot of people in here training right now considering a Saturday.
Consider it Saturday, and it's nice outside.
You're right.
If it's nice outside in Raleigh, people are outside.
I would agree. All right, let's keep going.
So we go from here. We got two different types of shoulder presses. You got the converging stride and your straight press stride.
Which I love both of them.
I do too. If you had to ask me to get rid of one of them, I would just say no.
Such a good machine.
And then I think you recognize this.
I do.
I was searching high and low all over the internet for it. I think I'd even reached out to you and was like, look, if you run across one of these, just let me know.
You just happened to be at the warehouse. We walked right by.
And walked right by, and I was like, I'd like to get that. This is a chain-driven Nautilus, side lateral overhead shoulder / tricep press. I think made famous by Ronnie Coleman.
Absolutely.
Metroflex. One of my absolute favorite machines. It was on my kill list. So once we saw that, I jumped right on it, and it gets used. And when you look at it, it's still got the same original paint.
It looks beautiful.
Chain. It works great. It's completely smooth all the way through. And I mean, for something that's probably as old, if not older than I am, it's in better shape than I am currently.
It is in really good condition. I told you when we lucked up on that one.
Oh yeah, that was a great piece.
And what I want people to realize is too, a lot of these pieces don't get posted. So when you do business with a guy like me, he'll tell you, I'm more than happy to help you, but you've got to build that relationship. Because a lot of my customers is who gets a lot of the pieces because they're not advertised. And so, guys like this are always looking for equipment.
And we got one special piece at the end that you really did me a solid on that really stands
we'll talk
out.
about that one.
That one's good. So we come down here with a little more, got some chest stuff mixed in.
This has grown on me so much.
So
I don't have this in my gym because of space, but I'm really, really looking like this is the Nautilus Pet Fly. And you know, I'll be honest with you guys. There you go.
See, I didn't like it because it looks like you should just be like a therapy room.
Right.
But it's not that.
This piece did not get a lot of love back in the day.
No.
And now I usually can't keep them in stock. But if you really utilize it, it is such a good squeeze.
It's a good contraction from a different angle.
Such a good contraction.
So I'm a big fan. We put that in here and it is taken off. Even when we first got it, we didn't have the pads. And so people were makeshifting stuff to use it with the pad, or just use it in the super wide grip. And people loved it just like that.
Wow.
Like, I had some people be like, why'd you put the pads on it? I'm like, well, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I liked it the other way. So I was like, well, I understand that, but
it's hard to please people.
It is.
Always been one of my favorites.
Stride bicep curl. We don't want to sleep on the Nautilus chest press, one of our favorites. We got the Body Masters as well, the one that Arnold used.
This is, Daniel, if you flip the camera around, this Body Masters is what I grew up using.
Yep.
Still always been one of my favorite. I love the
kick pedal. It's the best.
Manufacturers, please realize.
Our shoulders would really appreciate it. Our shoulders would really appreciate it.
And I call this like the OG.
This thing.
It's such a good piece that from the Explode and the Nitro.
Correct.
And it's crazy how now a lot of people's asking me for Nitro.
Yes.
And gosh, back in the day, we could get this stuff cheap.
Oh, $500, $600 of machine.
And now, guys, I want you to realize a lot of stuff's not being made, keeps going up in price. So if you're looking for equipment, I'd almost say buy it now. Who knows what's going to happen?
It's going to get cheaper.
I don't think so either.
And one thing I like to point out when people are asking me about like stuff with gyms and purchasing equipment, this machine, the footprint. It's so small. And it is such an impactful machine that everyone uses it. Like if you're limited on space, like especially the Nautilus lines, they are very good at fitting in the footprint.
Do you have any advice, Creighton, of how did you determine how to lay out this gym? Because I did not help you with that. So was this a trial and error thing?
So yes, what I did was I used the jungle gym as a middle point.
Centerpiece.
And I thought about the pieces that needed the most foot space around them to operate.
Okay.
Your leg stuff, things like that, and the machines that had the bigger footprint, I wanted them flush up against the wall, so they were not just eating up space. The only machine that I really wish I hadn't put in the place I did is the Panada press. But that thing was so hard to put together and so heavy that once we put it there, it was just staying there.
Well, when I walked through, I actually don't mind it, and we'll get to that, because the way you utilized it and backed it up to the inner outer thigh, I think it actually works.
And so as long as you have nothing going on behind it, you can fit them back to back like that.
Visually, I wouldn't have done that, but I know exactly how I think it works.
For space.
Yeah.
It's to utilize space.
Because a lot of people call me and they're asking me how to redo it. I actually think you flowed pretty well.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, I would love to have a gym where everything was beautifully uniformed and straight, but for what we have with the amount of square footage we have and as busy as this gym gets, we have we can walk in here, on a peak hour time, and we can walk through, and there'll be tons of people, but nobody's standing around. There's so many options for things to do. Plus, you still have the original free weights. You can do whatever you want to with
Sure.
those. So it keeps us able to keep more people in the gym, people not being as put off during busy times.
Well, one thing I want to, you're probably going to even know what I'm about to say. I love you have multiple, like, you got the Life Fitness Tech Deck rear delt, you've got the Nautilus, you got multiple variations, the Panada. I'm in your leg area right now.
Yeah.
Why do we have literally curl, curl, extension, curl, like we got multiple extensions.
Oh, there's some more
curl.
over there.
Oh, I know. Behind me. I'm gonna let you answer, then I'm gonna answer. Tell me your reasoning for having so much leg equipment.
Leg day is the most important day.
I agree.
And I think it's a foundational part of not just your workout, but life. If you're going to do the hard work, that's what really pays off in the long run.
Sure.
And I just was very ingrained to never skip leg day. So, and as much as I dislike leg day, it gets done because it's the hard stuff, and that's what makes the difference. So we were never going to have a shortage of training legs. And I have some old nagging injuries and stuff like that from playing football. So these help at times, but mostly we just want to make sure if you come here, you're not going to skip leg day.
Let me ask you this. Did you handpick your favorite leg, like this Cybex Advanced Plate Load leg extension? I don't have this piece, but it's always been one of my favorites. And I say this a lot, and I know you're probably the same way. If I had another 5,000 square foot at my gym, it would be every favorite old school piece I could find of my own. That I'd be a little selfish on that. I'm sure you're the same way. Because you're pretty packed in here now.
Oh yeah.
You can't, it's hard for us to really fit a lot more stuff.
No, we would have to really go about, I think we'd have to like change out the road rig, have it up against the wall, add another line of equipment there.
I think we are going to put one or two more though.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we got some good stuff coming down the road.
I think we can fit it.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, the reason, to answer your question on this, the gym I grew up going to, we had a much older version of this, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I've looked around, I've not seen any. I've not seen any listed anywhere, and I ran across this guy in Wilmington that had his
It
own
looks almost new.
I mean, he said he had had it for a month and was hooking up shop and heading to Texas to go travel around and stuff. And I was like,
Just luck.
yeah, we were buying the Flex leg press from him, which I thought was, and he gave it to me for a great deal. And I immediately messaged him. I was like, hey, like, this is what you want for this? Like, everything's working on it fine. I was like, you can send me a video of you using it? He's like, yeah, no problem. I was like, I'll be there tomorrow.
So the Cybex Eagle, the way the pad adjusts automatically,
Favorite
I have
part.
this in my house,
Yep.
Or my home gym. This has always been one of my favorites too.
It's a good workhorse.
It's such a good, both of them are great.
They're good workhorse.
It's cool, you got the plate and the selector.
I do like to have options for both plate loaded and selectorized.
And I'll be honest, when I saw Camstar in here, this is very difficult to find.
Yes.
And it's never been something that's extremely expensive or something. Do you love this piece?
So the gym that I went to when I was doing sports in college and stuff like that, we had 5 or 6 of these pieces in there, and I did not like any of them except for this one.
Okay.
This was the only
Because the
one.
pads, guys,
The pads.
we normally call this
because it loads in the middle.
right.
There.
We normally call this center drive on like a leg extension, but this is a very weird setup. But it's got a lot of adjustability.
Correct.
So I think that's what
it's
people.
good for tall people too. We have a lot of tall guys, ex-athletes that come here, and a lot of times you can see them, all these machines, and they're kind of cramped up, and I'm like, but they still need to have access to using them as well.
Right.
So, I saw this, a buddy of mine does a lot of equipment moving and stuff like that, and he's down in Florida, and he sent me a picture message of him, and he was like, by any chance, he's like, do you know if anybody would like these? I was like, I would like that hamstring curl. He was like, have you ever used it before? I was like, yep. I was like, it's great. He was like, I kind of want to keep it. I'm like, well, if you decide not to, I was like, I'll take it. He texted me the next day. He's like, I'll bring it up to you.
All right, well, we got to talk about this one. I used to get lots of these. Guys, this piece, they've been trying to duplicate this for a long time.
Can be done.
And this right here, honestly, it's one of one. Such a good piece. This is Body Masters, and it's so easy to use. I've never had back issues right here.
Nope.
And where did this piece come from?
This actually came from a gym that I grew up going to back at home when I was in high school.
Okay.
The guy had the gym, and when I was
Did you reach out to him?
So yes, I had reached out to him, and I was like, "Hey man, look, I'm thinking about opening a gym. I'm just curious. I wanted to know how much he had invested in his gym. He had a lot of the white and red Cybex stuff. A lot of this came from him.
Okay.
I was like, just curious, so I can try to learn some numbers on it, because I had no idea what I was doing.
How would you know?
I was just trying to do some market research, and he kind of told me, and I was like, okay, cool. So I kind of used that as like a starting point on how to gauge what to pay for stuff. And about a month and a half later, he called me up and he was like, hey, he's like, you want to buy all this? Plates, everything? I was like, yes, I do. I was like, everything? He's like, come get it all.
Guys, did you hear what he just said though? He didn't call the guy trying to purchase anything. He just was talking, and he basically made that initiative. I've done this many times where I would tell a guy like Creighton, even if I didn't know him, hey man, I love what you're doing. If you ever are interested in selling this piece, call me.
Yep.
But I don't just say, hey man, I'll give you $5,000 today.
No.
That sometimes pisses people off.
That doesn't work for other people.
Right, it doesn't.
It does not work. It wouldn't work for me. I mean, you've been with me when people offer me way more money for stuff than what I paid for it, and just because of the approach that you take, I'm just going to keep it.
And we'll talk about this when we get over there, but I like to put good pieces in good people's hands. For me, he'll tell you it's not just about the money. No. So before you just start thinking I got money and you're strong arming a gym owner, they don't need to sell it.
Nope, they don't have to.
This one was in my warehouse.
Yep.
I don't even think you planned on buying this that day.
No, we did not plan on buying it. That was the same day I got the shoulder press.
Yeah, I remember.
We were just walking around, and you're like, hey, you need to see this. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. So we walked in there, and we test drove. I think we got Peyton on it.
You did.
And I was like, yeah, we're going to have to get
Let me ask you this. Has it been a hit over here?
Absolutely. Okay. It gets used. I think at least every couple hours, I will see at least 7 or 8 people using it.
Mine too.
It's crazy.
The really women love this, and I see you've got the Arsenal glute bridge, and this one's difficult.
It is. It is not the easiest machine to work. It takes, in my opinion, it takes some effort to figure out how you best fit in it. And then once you can figure it out, then it works pretty good.
Do you think, Creighton, that this one is good though for a gym like yours?
Yes.
Because you've got the clientele.
Correct.
But maybe not for the person who's not used to working out hard.
No, I would not. I would probably use like the Nautilus one.
Right.
That,
I agree.
With the strap pad, instead of having to, where you have a little bit more freedom and wiggle room to kind of figure it out, where this is, you either figure it out and it feels right, or you don't and it doesn't feel right at all. So.
This area back here, does this get used a lot?
Yes. We have a lot of people that like to come back here, just get in their corner, do their deadlifts, do their squats. We've got bumper plates over here.
I see that.
We're getting ready to add a competition combo rack with kilo plates and stuff like that with a new platform. And we're going to slide some of this stuff down and keep the functional training area open. Obviously, we're a very bodybuilding geared gym, but I never wanted the gym to be one-dimensional. I want us to be able to do everything.
Sure.
So, I mean, people have asked, why don't you take this out of here? Why don't you take this out of here? I'm like, man, that's 4 squat racks right there.
I agree with you.
I mean, and when you have to be, conscious of space, this is very important.
Well, one thing I noticed about you in here is, like, you've done it well thought out because of the fact it's big, but not 25,000 square feet.
No.
And I know you have a lot of membership base, so at the end of the day, you probably got to be very careful what you put in,
Correct.
You got to flow for everyone, not just what we want as owners.
Absolutely.
So
there's times where there's been machines in here that I've wanted to keep.
Yeah.
And I've been like, I am torn because I personally want them, but
you've brought me some of them.
Yeah, and I'm like, I hate to part with this, but like, they're just not finding the value in it. And at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter what you really want as a business owner. If you want to keep your business alive and keep your patrons happy, you got to give them what they want.
I agree with you.
And so if that doesn't include what you want, then that's just so to be it.
This I'm shocked you got, and I'll explain. This is very difficult to find.
Yes.
It's expensive. Do you like this version?
I think it's a pretty good leg press. I personally would take the Cybex.
Okay.
I personally, that's just me personally.
And I want people to know, so this is the prime, I would consider it almost like a squat press version.
Correct.
And people love this, or they love the Cybex. And now the free motion's coming on strong.
Yes, I agree. Free motion's good.
And I want people to realize, I have said things on camera, And literally, I've had manufacturers reach out to me asking me, Stephen, why don't you like my product? I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm the first to tell you, I love all manufacturers on certain machines. I'm just a fan more of certain other machines.
Absolutely.
It's not to say one piece is Ford, Chevy, Dodge.
Correct.
Everybody's got a difference of opinion. So this right here is a good piece.
It is. It gets used
But I'm a Cybex guy.
I'm a Cybex guy, and I've talked about getting rid of it, and got a lot of blowback from that.
I know. Well, no matter what, if you swapped it, somebody would say something.
Correct. Absolutely.
So see your platform right here.
Platform.
Hammer strength. This is an OG in the industry of this type of leg press. Does this get used a lot?
A lot. We have a lot of people that have like knee, lower back issues.
Because most people got this is the single leg ISO.
Correct.
Most people got the other version.
Just the straight,
Right,
flat
right.
press. No, we have a lot of people that use this. A lot of bodybuilders like to use it because it's so isolated when they're trying to finish off quads or something like that. But I have a lot of people that really like it because it's just no pressure on the lower back.
This is another one that gets a lot of hate and a lot of love.
Correct.
And this is another one that I grew up using, but I don't have currently in my own gym. But I always tell people, I used to love using this piece. And this is probably another one that I would probably have if I had more space.
Correct.
Because it is a big footprint.
It is a huge footprint.
Yeah.
So
And I'm shocked to see that in here actually.
We were discussing the other day if we were going to get rid of one of the pieces in here for another larger footprint piece, which one would we go with? And this was one that came up on the list, and I was like,
I know.
And it's like as soon as we had that conversation, I saw like 8 people use it that same day, and I'm like, oh gosh.
It's damn, guys, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Is.
Everybody knows I love the Bodymaster Smith. Such a good,
straight vertical,
smooth as butter. Now, Creighton, one thing I did notice, you've got the Panada one over there. Is this your only Smith machine in here?
This is my only Smith
Could
machine.
you use two
Absolutely.
technically? Oh, okay.
That's on our next list of things to add if we can figure out where to put it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
I would love to have 2 more Smith machines just because there's different types of Smith machines.
Right.
And I personally love an angled Smith machine.
Sure.
I think an angled Smith machine is great. Daniel doesn't.
Yeah.
But there's different ones.
He's behind this guy's going,
Every piece of equipment, yes or no, yes or no, keep or not keep.
And literally, this is also where Daniel trains, just so everybody knows. So it's kind of one of them things where, listen, everybody's got an opinion, but I love this. And Daniel asked me 2 years ago what my favorite piece of equipment is, and I grew up using this. This is difficult to find nowadays. This is the OG True Squat. This is a good machine. And talk about, this gets a lot of love, but a shit ton of hate.
Yes, it does.
So guys, you get in. I have this at my house. Looks brand new, completely refurbished. Up, pin back. I'm not gonna hurt myself today because I'm not warmed up. But easy to use, but you talk about quad pressure. I don't know if there's any machine better than this.
I think this is the hardest squat machine that has ever been made. In my opinion, if you can load this thing up with some plates, you are a grown man.
100%.
I've seen this thing pin people with a 25-pound one.
Oh,
that's it. I mean,
I normally start with nothing.
Yes, I don't need anything with it.
Right.
Just to get warmed up.
If I'm doing a 45, I'm really warmed up.
I'm really feeling it on
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Love the Flex Fitness.
Yes.
And I want everybody to look at this. I love the patina on this.
Yes, the flat finish.
This is flat metal finish, clear coated. It's going to show some rust, but you can't kill these machines.
No, this thing's indestructible.
Yeah.
That came from that guy's place in Wilmington. He's down at the beach, had it outside in his outside.
It looks like it.
And it runs great. I mean,
But ain't that crazy? That's so old.
Yeah.
But it still functions good.
It works great. Very
This, one of my favorites.
Yep, must have.
Guys, look at this. If anybody's watching from a manufacturer, look at the footprint.
Small.
It's so good for people. I love the hammer one too, but it's huge.
It's massive.
And so this right here, I wish everybody, a lot of gyms are opening in that 5,000 to 10,000 square foot.
Correct.
They can't afford, guys, $40,000 a month to rent or whatever the rent is on a big gym. These machines are so sought after. Bring them back. Be smart.
Oh yeah. I mean,
size is everything.
Yep. And I think you're seeing a shift from a lot of the oversized corporate gyms, and people like smaller space gyms. I think people just like having a real community.
I completely agree. And not too small.
Correct.
But this is like the perfect size.
I like 10,000. I think 15,000 is too much. Anything in between 10 and 12 is great.
I've been seeing 8 to about 12,000.
I do see a lot of 8
and
12 a lot.
I think that's just what buildings come in.
I think
so. Yeah,
more availability.
Like what your gym's hard to find, this location.
And standalone, that was one thing I really liked about
All right, we got to talk about this one.
We do.
All right, I got this from a good personal friend of mine. And homeboy just happens to walk in, and actually we were talking, and I told him that I got in a lot of rare shit. And I think it's the first piece you were drawn to.
I walked right in. It was the first thing I saw.
If you remember,
is that what I think it is?
Well, if you remember, there's 100 goodies right there.
It was huge.
I had rows of them. Daniel, me and you filmed a bunch of them. And this right here, and let me let you go ahead.
So I had told Steve I tried one of these in a gym in San Diego when I was traveling around training people when I was younger, and never saw another one again. And I had some knee problems at the time. This was the first time I'd been able to do any kind of squat motion was on this. Never saw another one anywhere else. I had reached out to Randy himself, the guy that made these. I was like number 130 on the list, and that was like 8 years ago. Long and the short, they stopped making them. They outsourced some to China for a few years. Not that they're not good, but it's not the original. And I had told Steve that this was something that was on my kill list, that I thought that if we had this would set us apart from everyone else. And I remember I was driving home, and Steve had called me. It was like 9:30, and he was like, "Hey, look, I'm busy. I'm leaving Tennessee. I will be at the gym tomorrow, at the shop tomorrow at 9:30. You should be there." So I got there at 9:15 and walked right in, and I was just like, "Is that what I think it is?"
I don't even think you asked me price at first.
No, I just said I'll take it. I just said I'll take it.
But I want people to realize something. Did I hook you up on this one?
You did, absolutely.
Where he knew he could, at any time, not only make a lot of money on it, but I asked him one question. I'm like, "Are you keeping it?" And he assured me he was. That's what I'm talking about, building relationships and putting good pieces in good hands. It's not just the money to me.
Well, you asked me a couple months ago, you said, "Do you still have it?" And I just laughed and said, "It's impact driven into the ground."
But I hate to say this. God, I wish I would have kept it. Because it's so good.
It is.
It is so good.
And
the angle.
find them.
The angle is very, oh crap.
There you go.
It's very easy to use, super easy to get in and out of. And
no lower back issues.
No lower back. It's good support, but damn, it still's in great condition too.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get it refurbed, get some new pads put on it, get some new paint put on it.
Well, I want people to realize, if you see scratches in the video or whatever, guys, we're in a busy commercial gym.
Oh yeah.
They say they're beating the shit out of your stuff.
The amount of members we have to the amount of members that come in and use the business every day.
Probably 50%.
If more than that. We'll have 400 to 500 people come through
every day.
So when we assign people up, it's abnormal for them to come once or twice a week. They're
OG Arsenal pendulum squat.
Yep. I bought this one, the vertical, the side lateral, the incline fly, and
all
press,
at the same time.
All at the same time. And there was no used Arsenal at the time because it had only been out for a year.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and bought this all pre-COVID, that and the Rogers squat over there, and the winning belt squat was the first piece I had in here. It was, if you see any of the pictures, even when we were doing construction, tearing out everything, it's sitting over in the corner under a tarp. But those things were, in my opinion, when I was opening the business, I must have, because we needed to have pieces that stood out.
How I knew you had original versions was the logos.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows I'm good friends with Arsenal, and their equipment has come a long way over the years, but this is still, I've got the vertical leg press, and I want people to realize this right here, if you really know how to use this, such a good piece, but I think people are intimidated to use it. Mm-hmm. But I do think a gym like yours, you almost have to have a vertical, because I grew up using a vertical, and then they stopped making them forever.
Correct. For like 20 years, they stopped making them. And like when I was growing up and looking in the magazines and stuff, I was in the bodybuilding before we had internet, and I would always see that vertical leg press pictures in the magazine, and I was like, I'm going to use one of those one day.
I was thinking.
And I remember the first time I tried one in this hole-in-the-wall gym in Jersey in the basement, and it was rickety. I thought it was going to follow me, but I was like, we got to have one of these when I open a gym. So that was at the time when I was very new into creating the business. This was my key piece.
I believe. And just so everybody knows, years ago, 2012, I believe, I had my first vertical made before Arsenal was in existence by a man which was Nebula, then Ray Crothers. And he made my first vertical leg press. And I shit you not, back then I was the only one, I don't even know who had one. I bet that piece, that single piece brought 50 members in my gym. And it was more what the is that?
Yep. It's shock factor.
It's shocked.
And people walk in, they're used to seeing their normal stuff.
Like the swing squat.
Same thing with swing squat.
Yep.
Honestly, the pendulum, I have to give it credit.
Absolutely.
Everybody really gravitates.
You're not going to see that in the YMCA typically.
No, you don't see that in many gyms. You see them more now because they've become more popular.
Absolutely.
Which is great because they're a very solid machine.
All right. This I use weekly.
Yes.
This, I have the identical one in my gym and my home. And I'm good friends with the owners, so I gotta shout them out, man. Rogers Pendulum, they build their shit like tanks.
Yep.
This was you didn't see these anywhere.
Nope.
And I would say they were more collegiate and stuff like that.
Correct.
And then, but for us bodybuilders, I feel like it's such a good machine.
Oh, it's great.
So this has articulating neck pad, guys. So this moves with you as you use it. If a gym does not have this, every gym I build now, I almost put one of these in.
I think it's
I almost think it's a must-have.
Absolutely. I'd seen that when I was doing some strength and conditioning at NC State for the football team. I saw that they had one there. I'd never used one, so I walked over there and I was like, I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Right.
And I loved it. The time that I was there, I used it twice a week when I was training legs.
Yep.
And I just wrote down the name of it and kept it in my little folder for down the road and started looking for them on Google when I was, trying to get equipment or whatever. And there was
Same thing.
nowhere to resell at the time. So I called Rogers directly and he was like, well, what university are you calling for? Because my name's Creighton. He thought it was Creighton University.
Right.
I was like, no. I
just want one.
I just want one. I'm an independent gym owner. I just want one. He's like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, do you not do that? He's like, not really. And he's like, we've sold like 10, outside of our collegiate, what other contracts they had. I was like, well, can I get one? He was like, yeah. So I was one of my first pieces. I think that was the second piece that was delivered.
It's so cool to hear that, because the reason I tell people, I was the same way. I was buying these machines before I ever built a relationship with them. I had knee replacement and I had used this machine somewhere.
Yep.
And I was like, I need one of these for my own gym.
Correct.
And it turned into me telling people, hey, you're my friend. You need one too. I love this machine. I was not making a penny.
No.
And I started buying in bulk from them. Then I formed that relationship because that's how much I love the machine. I gotta love it if I sell it.
I agree. I mean, I don't want to have it in here if I don't love it, because I can't tell people, hey, this is the best of what we got. If I don't think it's that good,
Absolutely.
It's very hard.
Now tell us about this one, because this is different belt squat than most people see.
So this is a direct load belt squat. This thing is not like your normal belt squats. Right. Whatever weight you put on there, it is the same as if you were putting a barbell on your back. There's a lot of people I've seen that have used other belt squats. They'll come in here, put a bunch of 45s on it. Next thing you know, they're sitting on their butt on the deck really quickly. It does not have any give in it. It is a winning strength out of Texas. I don't even think that they're still in business anymore.
I was going to ask you, is this still made?
I don't think winning. I think
I've not seen any.
I bought it. I thought the belt squat and the vertical were like two key dope pieces that had to be had. And I knew that winning strength was very difficult to work with as far as communication, getting up with them. They were just some good old boys in Texas that like making workout equipment.
I got you.
So I went ahead like a year and a half early, put in for this.
Wow.
And then I remember seeing, I think it was a couple of years ago, they were bought out by another big company.
Okay.
So, but no, this is a great piece. You can use it for legs. A lot of people are very, they're very creative with it. Use it for back, glutes,
T-bar rows.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things that can be used for this.
Yeah, because it's direct. I mean, a row's going to feel good on a belt squat.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't realize you can utilize machines for multiple reasons.
Correct.
It's not just one thing.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff in here that you can use one way and then turn around and just think about it a little way.
Sure.
And you can use it for many different things.
One thing I did notice, your dumbbells are huge, bro. So talk to me here.
So
what is the thinking behind this?
Well, when I was opening the gym, again, the keynote things, I looked around at what I saw other gyms having. Most of them dumbbells stopped at 120. Every once in a while, you got to some that maybe had up to 140, 150.
150, right.
And I was like, if we want to bring the big boys, the biggest gym that we could to the city, we needed to have big enough weights for everybody.
Okay.
And at the time, I was a pretty strong guy, but I knew there were people out there way stronger than me. So I thought having 200-pound dumbbells would set us apart from everybody else.
So let's talk about this for a minute. Do you think that's been good return on investment for you?
I would say it has been, just for a sheer shock factor.
Okay.
As far as like actual usage,
Yep.
no. I mean, 150 below gets used. It's very rare that I see people, cranking out the 180s. We do have a couple of guys,
Sure.
some big guys that will use them for rows and things
Sure.
like that. But I think that they are obviously extremely heavy, but they are just really cool. When you look in here and you see
It's
just
cool.
a long set of
It's
dumbbells
cool.
instead of just a short set, I think it just looks good.
So I love to educate people when I build gyms. This guy's done an amazing job, but I will tell everybody, up to about 5 through 60 is literally 80 to 90% of the gym.
Correct.
The small part of the gym is those above to 100 to 120, and then, or that 60 through 100, 120. A handful will go 160 to 200.
Very
A
few.
handful. And so I always tell somebody, if you got the money, do it. If you don't have the money, I think it's a bad return on investment.
I'll put it to people like this. When I was trying to figure this out, first of all, it's very, very hard to find somebody that would make them for us. As far as investment money goes, I didn't learn this until the very last minute, but the same amount of weight that it takes to make a set of dumbbells from 5 to 150 is the same amount of weight it takes to make 150 to 200.
Right.
So when you decide to go from 150 to 200, you're
Guys,
doubling your investment
good
into
luck.
dumbbells. So,
It's a big chunk of change. And so I always tell people, I'm like, be smart, but I do think wow factor.
Yep.
Wow, he goes 200 pounds. So you made your dumbbell area very big.
Correct.
And so I like that.
Yes, I don't like people being on top of each other.
Agree.
I don't like dumbbells in case, accidents happen, people take spills.
Agreed.
I don't want somebody's foot getting called up or anything like that, or just anything. There's no reason to be on top of each other like that.
No, I'm with
So I like to have a little bit of breathing room.
Is this the light that you originally had?
Yes.
Okay, because I like your light is not overwhelming. You know how some people, but you have good natural light too. But being that your ceiling is all black, your walls partly, but the light is simple but crisp. And I like that.
I just wanted people to be able to take, I'm not a camera guy. I don't do the selfie stuff. I don't know the angles and the
I don't
lighting
either.
stuff. So I said, look, just find it. Like my gym at home, I took a picture of it. It had lighting just like this old building like this. This thing's been here since the 60s. And I just took a picture. I was like, can you replicate this light? Because you look good in the gym, so you can see what you're doing. You can take good pictures, but there's not much more to it than that.
Sure.
So, and it's not so overbearing that, a lot of gyms have like the octagon stuff. They look great for pictures, but the blind spots, this is very even and consistent.
I agree.
Because also, when you got people in here from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m., and we have a good amount of people.
So we are 24/7.
We are 24/7, any day of the week, any time of the year you want to be here, you can be here. So
that's great.
We even have a reserve battery on the door if we lose power. The door scanner will run for another 36 hours. So we want you to be here as long as you want to be here.
That's a great tip, and I appreciate you saying that. Take little steps to make sure your shit works. If, Lord forbid, the computer something happens.
It happens. It happens all the time. It never does not happen. I don't care what anybody says. It always happens.
So, Creighton, let's finish up these last few pieces, and then I want to talk to you a little bit. So, I love you got the Prime over here.
Yep. Very highly used shoulder press.
I was going to say, I love my gym's identical that you got another functional trainer. Guys, put more cables in your gym. One jungle gym is not enough.
Nope.
And I said this the other day to Daniel, people don't like to be around the jungle sometimes because it's crowded.
It's crowded.
So maybe the person who's introverted wants to come over here. That's completely fine. Put more cables. Love the Bodymaster T-Bar row. Such a good one.
Yep.
This is used in my gym all the time.
All the time.
Arsenal incline fly.
I was very impressed with the Arsenal incline press or incline fly.
To me, they got one of the best incline flies.
They do.
It's simple. It's not that expensive.
I was willing to buy a Watson one and have it shipped over from England. And then I went down to the MI40 gym and tried it. And I was like, ugh. And I was talking to Brad at Arsenal, and he was like, we're going to make one of those. And I was like, okay, well, what are you going to do to make it better than this one? He told me, and I was like, put us on a list. I was like, because we were getting all this stuff.
I was one of the first with it too.
And I was like, he's like, we haven't put it out yet. I was like, well, then hold my order so you release it and then put it on the shipment and ship it to me.
This right here is humbling. This is a hard, I just recently, and I got all the Arsenal pieces, but I just recently put this one in because I had the hammer
Yeah,
and room, but I've been using this every week.
it's great.
It's great,
I mean,
but it's heavy.
it's very heavy.
Yeah.
Like people think they're going to throw 3 or 4 plates on there. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
good luck. It's not going to work like
I got to
that.
talk about the pullover.
Yes.
So Nautilus Super Pullover, there's many different versions. This is the 2ST. Such a good machine. And honestly, a piece that's skyrocketed
Yes.
as of the past few years. Like, you used to pick these up cheap,
Yep.
and now it's like pullover. Everybody wants. I sold one yesterday.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, I'm like, do you think a pullover is a must-have in a gym?
It is my absolute favorite back machine. If
Okay.
I was going to choose to have, like, if I had to have, I would have a lat pull down, this, and a barbell. And if you cannot build a strong, good back that way, and it's also one of the safest ways to train your back and to get a lot of deep tissue built without having to sacrifice your spine.
I would agree.
So I think it's a must-have.
I would agree with
For
you.
a gym like this, like for a regular gym, probably not, because most people don't understand how to use it.
Sure.
But in a gym like this, I mean, this is my second one that I've had.
Let me ask you this, Craig. The prime pieces like this,
Yes.
do you think people know how to use the adjustments the way needed?
I think people know how to use the adjustments to best suit them. I don't think they understand I don't think a ton of people know the science, the ergonomics behind how good this piece is.
Okay,
Same
yep.
thing with the Strive. You've got the adjustables on the
Right.
pulleys, and people.
But and what I'm reiterating here is the plate load version
Correct.
of how to use. A lot of people can adjust the cams on these.
Correct.
But I think I need to do some educational videos on this. So Daniel, put that in the back of your head, because I'm going to teach people what the 1, 2, 3 adjustments are and the different leverage points of the machine. I think it's good, but it is a good machine.
That's a great machine, and you can always tell, like, where a lot of times where people are in their fitness journey, where you load.
Absolutely.
You know.
And this is an old machine right here. This has always been as simple as it is.
It's so effective though.
And this is, I'm getting asked for this a lot again.
Really?
And it's crazy how things come in phases.
It is.
You
Again,
couldn't-
footprint though.
You couldn't give this away 10 years ago.
Oh, I was seeing for $300.
I know.
I mean, I was
And-
like, oh,
And we
wow.
should have bought all of them.
All of them. I mean, I've always had this at every gym that I've been
I know,
to.
I know.
And like, there would be times, especially like when I was in prep and I was tired, I'd be like, all right, I'm just going to do something that's less work invasive. And I would get on this and I'd be
I know.
like, this
Well,
is actually really good.
Close. Why? I mean,
I
it's
was like,
good.
I can really use this right now and it not feel too bad now.
What I want to do to wrap things up, this is a good, we kind of touched on this earlier, but the pull down, another Strive. I mean, dude, you got the plate load, you got this version, like, you really checked all the boxes here at the gym, which I love. But to have such a, like, not huge square footage, but like good amount of space, you put a lot of equipment in here, a lot. And it really kind of shocks me how much is in here. Now, one thing I want to touch on real quick, you're selling meals, you're selling drinks.
Yes.
This is something cool that I had never seen. So, and you're welcome to shout him out.
I'll be happy.
This is a vending machine for food. And I'm sure they made it, I think I've seen them online, but you're the first gym in person. Explain how this works.
So this is a good buddy of mine's, Carl and Max. They own Coalition Kitchen. They are both phenomenal cooks. So basically how we have it set up is we just sit here and let them plug it in, and the members can come at any point in time. You don't even have to be a member. If you just want to come in and grab a meal, we're not going to stop you from
Sure,
doing
of
that,
course.
because we would rather you eat a healthy meal than not. But they come in, they stock it. They have all the options on this display screen. You can choose and pick one. It gives you all the breakdowns of the macros, the calories, everything.
Which I love. And it's affordable.
It's very affordable. As for the quality of what you get, most meal prep companies, you're going to get on average 30 to 35 grams max per meal. A minimum, I think, here is 45, and I've seen upwards of 55 grams of protein per meal. And it's very good. They all taste good. It's not boring. I mean, you've got a Carolina smash burger bowl. You've got hot honey mac and cheese, which is one of my favorites. And I've been eating this since he started the idea of doing this. And I'm almost on 2 years of eating these meals.
I'm going to probably eat one before we all go.
Go back to the show.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the thing. Like, it's so convenient here. We have a microwave here for you. Like, I really wanted the business to have everything that I possibly could to make this so convenient for everybody, because really and truly, I think most people fail for a couple of reasons, but one is it's just hard to stay this organized, and you're not really set up in the real world to have this kind of success. We don't have food like this everywhere.
I couldn't agree more.
And so for like, if you're coming to the gym and you're serious about the gym, you're gonna need food, you're gonna need drinks, you're gonna need a great gym with good equipment, good environment, good music. You need a chiropractor that can fix you if you get messed up.
I love that.
We've got a massage therapist here that can work on you. I wanted you to be, the only thing I'm missing is a place to be able to put my buddy that cuts hair. That way you could come here and do everything.
Everything.
You do. And like, we live in the big city.
And let's talk about this, convenience.
Convenience. You live in the big city.
That's the key word here.
Like it takes time just to travel to do stuff. When you could come do everything at once, not have to worry about getting your food and just eat your meal up and go home, or you get off work late and you have to come to the gym late at night and you realize I didn't have chicken prepped at home or whatever, grab one of these and roll. And you don't have to worry about it fitting your macros. It does.
One thing, Creighton, walk with me over here, and I want to touch on this as we're wrapping up this video. Guys, I want you to really look at this. You put all your room in equipment, cardio and stuff. Very simple, looks nice, front desk, nothing crazy, not a huge amount of space, enough for smoothies, your vending machines. People spend, I have seen hundreds of thousands of dollars on building out the front and all these. What was your idea? Did you just want simple, stupid?
Yes, I think that is a very overlooked way of doing business.
I agree.
Like, a lot of people I see dress up the front, and like, don't get me wrong, I think they look great.
It does.
But to me, the kind of person that I am, I'm not a super flashy person. I
Sure.
like nice things, but I'm not like the glitz and glam, all the lights and cameras. That's a lot for me.
You put your money in equipment.
So like, when I walked in, I've been in gyms where they're front, and I'm like, man, this is immaculate, but it's overwhelming, and it doesn't really fit the vibe that I'm trying to have when I go to the gym. So for me, also as a business owner and very new to everything, I wanted something that was the least amount of problems that I could possibly have. Everything that you build or build out or do in your gym, there is a high possibility that you're gonna have to fix it at some point in time. And that's where you can get yourself in trouble financially if you're not prepared and don't save and budget your money correctly. Things like this happen when you have a business that gets wear and tear, not just by you, but the public.
Oh,
I mean, it's bound to break, so you have to be prepared. And a lot of the times, the fancier, nicer stuff seems to break a lot.
He knows I preach this. I don't knock any manufacturer company. Simple, stupid. Too many adjustments are pop pins are gonna break all these. But Creighton, I love what you've built. Give me some closing words. Please tell people where they can find you if they're in Raleigh. Tell anybody your website, whatever you want to say.
So you can find us here in Raleigh on 1538 Capitol Boulevard. We're also in Jacksonville, 2163 Lejeune Boulevard. We're here 24/7, 365. Our website is www.olympusnc.com. It showcases both of our facilities. It's got direct links if you want to sign up online. You can do that, and we generate an email for you, and you could sign up online, come right in that day. You don't even have to meet a person, so we try to make it as convenient for everybody to be here that wants to be here as possible.
Yeah. Well, Creighton, I appreciate your friendship, brother.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
I want to tell somebody, me and this guy become much closer over the past few years. I build relationships with people, but what I ultimately love is when people are like very passionate about their dream and building a business. And all I want to do on these videos is help people inspire others. And I want them to see your vision, which ain't my vision, and then see what you've done. And tell everybody real quick, you have a psychology degree.
Yes.
But you chose to do the gym.
Yes.
And so I want people to hear he does have a degree. He's a smart human, but he chose to do this. So in closing words, I want everybody to know, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the page. And if you're in Raleigh, check out Olympus, and we will see you on the next one.